Namaskar everybody. I am Anand Rajadikshan and you are watching my English video channel, the Anand Rajadiksha podcast. The channel itself is new, so if you are here for the first time, I would request that kindly subscribe. The button is right here. Okay, and if you like the video after hearing it, do share it. Do give a like and do share it. This subject is something unique. Okay, let's begin. I was, you must be aware of Mr. Ashwini Upadhyay, who is a very famous advocate, and you can say he's nicknamed the PIL man. You must be aware of him. I came across a small video clip of his, which really triggered me. He said, you know, a Hindu who acquires a little education and progresses a little in life, he is averse to receiving any message concerning the status of Hindus. He totally cuts himself off. Like if you send him a message talking about what is happening to Hindus in India, you get a message back. Kindly don't send me such messages. If you are in a group of such people, and if you put such a message, if you put such a message in that group, once again somebody politely maybe DMs you, or maybe in the group itself you are reprimanded that this group is not made for such messages. Kindly find some other group, or maybe you can also leave the group. You're politely told that. Who are such people? Well, I will not go into specifics here, but there do exist such people and there do exist such groups. A large number of them. I've come across a few, and I'm sure you also must have come across. You can message. You can please do mention in the comment about what kind of people inhabit those groups. What kind of people normally refuse such messages? Hindu people. Huh? Okay. You don't have to mention any names. Please avoid mentioning names, but do mention what kind of people they are, who they are in life. Okay. Okay. So why does such a thing happen to Hindus? We acquire an education. A Hindu acquires an education because he has certain aspirations. Okay. And he studies a particular course, acquires a certain degree, etc., etc. Because he has developed, he has decided in mind that, I have such and such aspiration and this is what I'm going to do. What happens? He gathers information about what he wants to become. And there, some information is also fed into his mind subconsciously, in his subconscious mind. This process is called NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. We'll discuss that some other time. So it is fed into his mind that this is what, you have to be, you have to become, and this is accepted there and this is not accepted there. That is what is fed into his mind. And what is, what is cool, what is not cool. No, hot is something very acceptable. Not cool is not acceptable. And that is subconsciously programmed into his mind. That is called, developing blinders. In the olden days, there used to be horses were quite common. You could commonly come across horses. And they wore blinders so that it made them stay the course and not look elsewhere and run astray. So here we are provided, such blinders are, slapped on us. They are, one blinder is green in color, or maybe they are green on the inside and red on the outside. And that would tell you what kind of blinders they are. And they also bear a white cross on both sides. Got it? So, what happens is, Shraddha is superstition. Akida and faith are different. Right? Anyway, that happens because Hindus are not assertive. I'm not saying aggressive or offensive. They are not assertive. And we easily get ashamed of ourselves. What for? We have had the best. Okay. Philosophically, we are the only religion, we are the only doctrine, or we are the only religion which gives total freedom. In Islam, it is, Allah made man is slave. That is what is proclaimed. Slave, it's a multi-level marketing of slavery there. We'll talk about it some other time. Christianity also does not give you free will, much of a free will. Not the same way as Hinduism does. So what are we ashamed of? And here what I was telling you about, the aspirations. There what happens is, it is not cool to be a Hindu. You wear a tilak and wear a traditional dress, people will give you snide glances. But if you have a cap and you wear that elder brother's top and the salwar of the younger brother, people ask, what's the matter today? Some traditional dress. What's the matter? The reception differs. So anyway, point is, there is nothing to be ashamed of being a Hindu. And that is exactly what is being drummed into your mind, to be ashamed of being a Hindu. If you ask me, am I a Hindu? Do I wear all this? I mean, do I have all this paraphernalia? No, I don't. I don't. But yet, I am proud to be a Hindu. Why? Because Hindu are the people who worship freedom. Freedom itself, goddess is freedom. Satantrate Bhagavati. So, that is what we worship. We don't worship slavery. We are not slaves. And we will never be slaves. We may have been enslaved, but we are not slaves. And this is something that we are the only religion in the world, only dharma in the world, which tells you that you should be free. Sa vidyaya vimuktaye means that knowledge is what sets you free. This is what we are the only living dharma that says so. Other pagan religions, I mean Greeks and others also said this, but they don't live. They are not they are extinct. They are not extant. They are extinct. So we are the only living ones, and it is our responsibility to carry it forward. So my request to you is that be proud to be a Hindu. Okay, and do remember one thing. Galileo, whose theories we study as authentic, he was jailed by the religious custodians of that day. He was almost he was sentenced to death. Although he was not killed, he was excused, pardoned, but he was jailed for a long time. And we have had Surya Siddhant and Balaram Mir, other, so many treatises which are proven correct today. So what are we ashamed of? We shouldn't be. That's all I wanted to say. That's all. That's why Ashwini Upadhyay talked about what Hindus are doing. I'm talking about why are we doing this? Because we are being conditioned into being ashamed of ourselves. Don't let the world condition you into being ashamed of being a Hindu. That's all I have to say. Okay. If you like the video, do comment. It's a very fundamental subject. In 10 minutes, I may not be doing, in less than 10 minutes, I may not be doing justice to it. But I hope it has struck a chord in your mind, and do express yourself in your comments. And if you like, it's my humble request to share this video with such snobs. Okay. What will they do? At most they will say, don't send me such video message again. But if it does trigger somebody, you are doing a service to Hindustan, not just Hindus, Hindustan. This is the only land we have. This is our ancestral land, and it's the only land we have. And it's our responsibility to make it great. Okay. It has no benefit to me. My life is, anyway, not much left. You have to carry the torch forward. Fine. Thank you. Do visit the channel. Do subscribe so you'll know when I put up videos again. Okay. I'll try to do it more regularly than normal. Okay. Thank you. And do subscribe and do comment. And do share too. Jai Shri Ram.